there was a lot of public unhappiness about that, and the government changed its mind. Now, people can be cynical to think that the reason the government changed its mind then was because the government was coming into an election. And that now that the election's out of the way, you've looked for somewhere else to solve your problem. So that's how people see the lack of consultation, that it's in fact been deliberate. If you told people before you made the decision, that would give this community an opportunity to put a different view. And so you didn't want that, you've done it in a way to make it appear as though it's just a done deal. The other thing that people find offensive is that anyone who opposes this decision is being painted as being opposed to the disabled. That is not true. This is a compassionate community. We care about people. We care about people with disabilities. But we believe the placing of these facilities should be after a proper process, proper consultation and a proper criteria. I actually feel very sorry for the gentleman who's come here today to talk about the needs of the disabled. He's been put in a very bad position of having what probably are two important centres dealt with extraordinarily badly by your government. There has not been consultation with the high school. The high school knew about these centres being placed on the land that they currently use was the same day as the residents. So that is not consultation. So people clearly have concerns about the future of their high school. This is this primary school is new. People are very proud of it. And they don't want anything to happen that's going to damage its reputation. So that's why they would have expected to be, consulted before any decision was made. So the lack of consultation with the school is important. The fact that both centres are being located in one community. It made sense last year to have one in Herne Hill, one in Kenwick. Presumably the people who live in these centres are going to have family come and visit them. So one south, one north made a bit of sense. All of a sudden now after the election, they're both being put 1,500 metres away from each other. That does not make any sense. Now, I suppose the final point I want to make is people want a proper criteria. Now, I didn't know anything about this as the local parliamentary representative. I had to ask questions in Parliament. I raised it twice in Parliament this week.
No answer?
The Premier said it was all about showing compassion. That was the only response he got. I then got a briefing from you on Thursday night. I then got a briefing from the Minister on Thursday night, and I asked what was the criteria. And off the top of your head, you gave me a list of things that, like close to public transport in the metropolitan area. But you said that may not have been a complete criteria. You'd give me a written copy later on. I did get a written copy just yesterday. The one bit of criteria that you didn't mention at that briefing was that on your list of criteria it says not close to schools. I can't understand why I've got a letter from you which says one of your criteria was not close to schools, that both of these facilities are so very close to schools. So that's the question I'd like. Why haven't you followed your own criteria?